Hello and welcome to Coding Pandit. In this video series, we are solving SDA sheet for complete beginners. So next question in this series is to find the count inversion. In this question, we are given with an array and we have to find how many steps will it take to get sorted. That is, let us say this there is an array 2 1 3 5 and 4 and its sorted array will be 1 2 3 4 and 5. We have to find in how many steps this will become this, and that step will be counted by number of inversions required, that is number of swiping required. So this is what we have to find out. So how we can do this? And so the naive approach to this will be to count the number of swiping we can make, or the places where the I index is greater than I plus 1. The number of places it is happening, that many swiping are required. Like here one swiping, here no swiping, here one no swiping, but here one swiping. So total 2 swiping. If we take the example here, this one 2 4 1 3 and 5, then 1 no, here no swiping is required, here one swiping is required, here no swiping, no swiping. But if we see, there is also one swiping required for these two, so again one, and for these two again one swiping required. So we have to check for every value that how many value having larger value to it are after it, sorry before it, that is in this direction. That is for 1 there are 2, so for 3 there is 1, so total 3. In this way we will obtain the result. But when we are checking for every value, then we are checking I to n, that is taking O(n) square time complexity, which is not optimized. So we have to optimize this solution. So optimized solution to this will be some sorting function where sorting takes time lesser than this, and steps in sorting can be counted, that is number of swiping can be counted. So such type of sorting is merge sort. In merge sort, what we do, let us take the example given 2, what was it, 2 4 1 3 5, 2 4 1 3 5. How we do? We first find the middle of the array, then we divide into 2, that is 2 and 4, and then we divide another here, that is 1 3 and 5. Then we again divide the 2 by finding the like this 2 and 4, and again 1 here and 3 5, and likewise we do this unless and until we get single element value. After dividing into single elements, what we do now, we will do swiping wherever is required. Here no swiping required, so we will merge it back as 2 and 4. Here no swiping required, but while merging this, the point that is taken care is that if we merge this with this, do we require any swiping? No. But when we add this with this, do we require any swiping? Yes, we require. So what we will do, the place wherever the swiping or merge will be required, there we will increment the number of steps or count. Let us see how we will do it. So we will first call merge sort on the given array comma 0 and minus 1, meaning first and last, and we will pass a count value with it. Then merge sort will use recursion for merging, but in that recursion there will be one more function, merge, where what it will do, it will merge the both part. Let us say how we do merge sort. First understand how we do it. In merge sort, we have array, we have a starting point, we have ending point, and in this case we also have count variable. So this is not mandatory, this is for this specific case. So what here we will do, we will check for a base case in first. As in merge we use recursion, so base case becomes necessary to check first. So where we will stop, wherever the start index and end index will cross each other, that is end will come before s, so there we will stop. So wherever s become greater than equal to end, there we will return, meaning the merge sort need to be stopped. But while doing the merge sort, what we need a mid point. So find the midpoint. We will write s e minus s by 2. In this way we will get the midpoint. After getting the midpoint, we will call merge sort again on itself. We will first pass array and a starting point and mid of it along with count, and for next we will use s. Here mid plus 1 will be the starting point and end will be the end point, and count. In this way the array will be divided into two parts and recursively called the function, and after this recursion we will start merging it. So we will merge from start to end. So in this way here the merging will be done, and this count in merge function will do the job of counting the number of swiping. So how we will do the merging? In merge function we have array, a start point, end point, and count. So at first in merging also we will need mid. So mid will be found by e plus s, e minus s by 2. So after finding the mid, we will need two more mids, that is for the first half and for the second half. The midpoint, first we found this, now we need this midpoint and this midpoint. So to get this, what we will do, we will say first, let's say length 1 for the first mid, and mid minus s plus 1 will return the first mid, and let us say length 2, e minus mid will return the second mid, that is here. After getting this mid, what we will do, we will create two variables or we will create two variables, say, or two pointers. First to traverse in this, and second to traverse in this. This will be done. Now we need to have that a start index, where which one was passed here. This start index, as we need to do operation on that, so we will store in it some other variable, then start working, because now we need to either increment it, we need to perform operation on this start. So first we will initialize this first of the first index as this a start, and every time in every iteration we will increment it so that value gets copied in it, and a start will be saved to mid plus 1 after the iteration. Once this pointer or array, whatever you call it, array, let us say call it array, array will be more appropriate to call it. So in first array, that is the first half, this is the first array, this is the second array. In first array we will store the first part of the array, and in the second array we will add the second part, and the start will be now shifted to this start pointer will be shifted to mid to store the second part. So here we will add the second part and incrementing in every iteration. So once we get the first and second part, now we need to apply the concept of merging two sorted array. Once we start merging, because here we see we divided each element in here into a single element, and single element is always sorted. So we will now, after getting the first and second, we will now start sorting of merging of two sorted array. So how do we do merging of two sorted array? So we will check to merge, yes, we will check if which one is greater in the first element of the sorting. What do we do? Let us say this 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7. Let us start with let us take two sorted array, 1, 2, 3 and another 2, 3, 4. How do we merge these two sorted array? First we compare these two, then we compare if this is smaller than in the new array, this one is added, and the pointer is incremented to next, and this pointer remains there, and now we will compare these two, whichever is greater, in this case they are equal, so the first one will be added and the pointer will be incremented and this pointer will remain there. And now we will compare these two. Once this one is greater and this one is smaller, in that case this one will be added to the array. And now we will compare these two. In this case these are equal, and after every comparison, if the pointer which one is the element which one is greater, the pointer there is incremented. So in this case the pointer here is incremented and there it remains at the position. And now we will compare these two are of the same value, then this is added, and as this become null, that is no more element left, then we directly add the left here. So in this way we will do the sorting here for the sorted array, because we have now got one element in each array. Like this, every array is now sorted, that is each element is independent of each other, so they are sorted. So now how we will do the sorting of the merging of two sorted array, that will be used here. So what we will do here, we will need index. So here we will need to run the loop, so we will use while loop, meaning while one of them is existing. Meaning no, it means that while both of them exist, not any one. Because if only one exists, then we will directly add that to the array, else we will compare which one exists. Which one exists. So we will first compare the index of first with the second using two variables I and j. So if these two exist, then this is to be compared, and if this holds true, that is the first element is lesser than the second, in that case that will be added in the first index. So how we will add it? We will now again use that starting point of the array passed in the function as the starting point for this. But now we need to increment here the index every time. So what we will do, we will store that in again some variable. So here we will pass that variable and increment it after every insertion in the array. Else, if this does not hold true, in that case swiping is required, so here the count will be incremented. So the count will be incremented each time the length minus I. What does it mean? That if length of one is what will be the length here. Let's say the length is 5 and this index is 2. In that case 3 swapping are required. So 3 will be here added to the count. In that way we will do the rest. So let's start coding for the same. So first we need to call the merge sort. So what we will do here, we will first we will create the a count variable that is of long int type. Call it count, initialize to 0. Now we need to have a solution to the question. So merge sort, that is the solution. What it will be passed with array, a starting index 0, ending index n-1, and count. Let's write it. So count. Once we get count updated from there, we will return it count. So now we need to have the merge sort function. As this does not return anything, it will be of void type. So here we will get the array passed to it and the long int as the index is of long int type. So first we will pass the start index, then we will pass the end index, and we will have long count here, whatever you say. So now we need here is base case. So base case will be if this start index becomes greater than or equal to int, then we will need to return it, else we will continue doing the merge sort. So long int, we need the mid for the same. So the mid is equal to s. This is the formula for the mid. So we need to recursively call the merge sort. So here we will pass again the array, the start index, the end index, and count. Again we will call merge sort for the rest part, that is mid plus 1 and end, and we will again pass the count. Once we get the sorted elements, now we need to merge them back. So to merge them back, we will call merge function. So there we will pass a, so this function will merge, and once we will merge everything, then this index will swap each other. So that will be returned, and the count variable will be updated in the merge function, and from there we will get the merge and we will return. So let's write the merge function. As this merge function even does not return anything, so we will write void merge, and we will receive array here and here the starting index, ending index, and the count variable. In this function we will do merging of two sorted array. So to merge, so first of all we need to have two sorted array. So for those we need to divide the array into two. So to do so, we will first have the middle of the main array. After this, we need to have the middle of the first array. That is the first part. In this way we got the middle of the first part. Now we need the middle of the second part. So in this way we got the middle, three middles here, middle of the main array, middle of the first part of the array, second part of the array. In this way we will do the rest. So now once we got this, now we need to create the pointer to the array for the first, and we will pass the first and make its length equal to and second to the length equal to the second. So here we created the size. Now we need the start index to add each value in this, but we also need to increment that value each time, that start index each time, so that we can iterate over. So we will store it in some value. Let us call it a start, and we will store a start index here, because this function will also be called recursively. That's why we are doing so that the main value does not get updated. So this done here. Now we need to iterate over the loop and add this from this. So to do so, first int I equal to 0 and I less than length of 1 minus I plus plus. So here what we will do, we will first add elements here and increment it. So in this way all the value got added in the first part. Now we will do same for the second part. So here L2 and here second. In this way all the second part got copied in here. So after we got the both copies here, now we need to apply the merging of two sorted arrays. Merging of two sorted array will be now done here. These two are the arrays that need to be merged, and these are sorted because after iteration in the last we are getting only one element each time. So only one element, since we are getting only one, that meaning that they are already sorted. So we are just having two elements each time. That's why we will need to merge it. Here if we see, we got two elements, independent elements, so they are called sorted because they are independent of each other. They are single valued array, and so to get back and to get the sorted array, the above it, the parent array, which is the parent array of this. So to get that in sorted, we will apply sorting of two sorted array, merging of two sorted array. So to do so, we will apply here the formula, or you can say the iteration. We will iterate over it and we will recursively call this function, or we can say either we can recursively call, or no, there is no need to call it recursively. We will simply iterate over all the element in the list, and we will do the swapping if required, and yeah, we will do the swapping if required, else we will simply add that to the new array. So to do so, let's start. To the swapping, we will use the while loop, and we will use, yes, so we will need to have two variables, I equal to 0 and j equal to 0, since we have two arrays and we need to iterate over it. Now we need the one more variable, main index, let's say, and it will be s, because we also need to to pass here, that here we need to add this in this array. That's why we need this s, so that we can increment index of that array. So let's start here. While, meaning this means that till when the L1, that is the first part of the array, exists and j less than L2, means that the second array also exists. So if these exist, then what we will do, we will check for the condition if the first element, the element of first is less than equal to j. If so, we will add that to the main and we will increment its index, and also we will increment the index of the value we are adding to it. Else what we will do, we will add value of the second and also increment the count. So count is count plus equal to len 1 minus I. In this way, the number of swapping will be mentioned. Let us see here why we are doing so. So where was the example I'm looking for? Yes, if we see here, let us see, these two are to be added. So here 1 and here is 2. So the number of swapping required to get there is 2. The number of swapping required to get there is 2. Why? Let us take its index minus its index equal to 2. And if we see this technically, then also 2 swapping are required. That's why we are writing this length 1 minus r. This will return that 2 if in some case that is required. Now we need to add the second also. So second, and now we need to increment its index. And once any of the two array, any of the two part of the array gets completely filled in the array, meaning no more element of that is left to be filled in the array, in that case we will add the complete of the rest. That is, if in this case, meaning the length of the first part of the array is still remaining, so in that case we will add the remaining portion here. So for doing so, we will do this. In this way we add that, and if the second is remaining, in that case what we will do is this. So in this way, so here we are doing the merging of sorted array. This this is used to distribute the array into two parts. Here we are using the merge sort to divide them into the sorted array, and here we are doing the merging. From there we are returning the count, and this comes back here, and from there it comes back here. So we get the number of counts. So now compile. You can also try the naive method first, then switch to the merge sort. This is the basic application of the merge sort. You can say that that's why when counting the number of inversion or the swapping required to sort the array, that is how far some array is from the sort getting completed sorted. So this returns the maximum value when the array is in reverse order basically, and it will return 0 when the array will be already sorted. So in that's all from this part. So let's, yes, all the test cases are being passed. So thank you so much guys, and keep learning and improve your skill in the DSA, and it will help you in grabbing the best job in the market. So thank you so much, keep learning, keep doing the problem solving. Peace.